Where is freedom? Let us look now. Where is location? Who can be found? Hello everyone. Where is freedom is the title of today's talk. And what I would be covering is how freedom is present in the experience of one human being, and how the experience of this one human being is present in the experience of the cosmos. So, whether you see me as a drop or an ocean, I am speaking through every wave. For every moment is presence, and your divinity does not need to be shaped. When we look at who there is to work with, we see the body we're acknowledging, and we also see the bodies of thought we're acknowledging, And it is only you who can know how healthy you are. Look around. Begin to see meaning in places where there was once no meaning. Begin to look in places where man has not. Trust me, this was a fascinating experience for me. I was walking in the park, and while I'm walking in the park, a bunch of these pigeons are just in one area looking for food, and there's no food, And I'm, eating something, and this pigeon, one of the pigeons, comes out of the group of pigeons who were just looking in the same area, and he just keeps walking, wandering. It's as if the pigeon's still looking for food, but it's not doing the same pattern. And so it's going into, and the pigeon, believe it or not, came in front of me, And I was like, this pigeon deserves some food, and I just, very gracefully threw some food on the ground. And even though the pigeon took a while to find the food I had thrown for it, but it found it. And I realized, wow, that is the innovation we need. That the pigeon can inspire man's mind. For we are not just bodies lost in demise. We will rise, and hence the greatest evolution of this grind. Yeah, it's humanity. For the ocean's intelligence had kept every drop. From just being a drop. You're basking in existential intelligence. The cosmos is right out your doorstep. Where shall our steps take? Shall we keep walking in the problems of the past, which needed their own answers, but now times have changed? Or would we look at a limitless sky and wonder of the nation that needs to be explored? That is our imagination. Will we create a multidimensional renaissance? Will we begin communicating more experiences of mind being an origination of body, rather than body being an origination of mind? And after we've come to the mind being an origination, we are seeing the origination of origin is mindless. It is selfless. It is not here constantly interpreting, holding the judge's hammer, thinking that we are the God of thunder. It is how you use the tool, which is the experience you're having now. I noticed that actors have this phenomenal thing where they improvise. And to be honest, improvisation is something it's what you're calling when you feel you're not doing it. But you're naturally being who you are, and I'm pretty sure we have a lot of great singers in the shower, I don't think anyone would ever need another audition, if they sang in the shower in front of the judges, But this takes us to the wonder of who is it that is other? Who is it that is this other person? What is this other sense of intelligence? What is this sense of physicality that I'm looking at? Why is my body here? Why is here? Is this a moment of experience? Can language continue? Or is there fear? And you will see, after every question in the world has been asked in an instant, you will see it is the novelty of life experience. That we are not physical in the sense that we should be focused that we are all going to die in that manner. It's as if the way this cyclical, in a sense, infinitely vast but hollow existential intelligence works, cosmic intelligence works, is that we are multidimensional, and that is how there is even an evolution. That is how there is transcendence. See, we're not here to just speak about some ideas, make them into houses where we go lock ourselves in, you know. All doors are unlocked with the sincerity of the walk of an honest man. Honesty is simple. It means let go of that which is not honest to you, true to you, you know. The greatest healing came to me when I began exploring what truth meant. And I realized all those times where I thought people were not being honest and stuff, it was not it was a very secluded and very selfish understanding, and I just didn't want to sell fish my whole life. So in a selfless observance, I knew the self was here through itself. And what that really means is that when you look at how you're hearing my words, you're getting your own interpretation. So there is an origination of consideration that is you, and in this moment of novelty, it seems every communication is true. But it seems to be a very vast network within the subtler planes of abstraction of man in regards to many possibilities of real and unreal being simultaneously present, as if, you know, there's a vastness within us that we've always been trying to shape, but it is shapelessly free, you know. And so, what can be said, really, is who frees the madman from himself? Who is it that will look at your life and be the effort, be the existential and experiential effort to get up and with the guidance of a compassionate heart and a sincere and honest intuition, flow to where you must be? What that means is you will realize it. You know, you would. It's not just like how you suddenly have work and you know, let's say you've forgotten and you're like, oh gosh, I got work to do. You know. So similarly, you will begin to realize as consciousness there's work to do, because your vision will give you ability. You must have a sense of acknowledging and confronting the ordered aspects of reality and the chaotic aspects of reality. Because if you only do the ordered, you would seem yourself drawn to the chaos because you haven't acknowledged the chaos. It's on your mind. The complexity fades when a simple nature is found. Be very graceful, for that is profound. And I would like to share a quote by a very realized man named Nisargadatta Maharaj, if I'm pronouncing that right. Now, this man has a very wonderful quote, and I would like to say it to you now. When I see that I am nothing, that is wisdom. When I see that I am everything, that is love. And between these two, my life moves. How you can simply, Mr.Within would like to say, cleanse yourself. I mean, I'm just taking you to a pond to just kind of wash yourself and get back, you know, to the proper life intensity which you naturally just, you know, require, you know. Once you see beyond requirements, you can handle it. You can handle anything. You can handle any change in your experience, you know. It's like the profundity meditation was that these beings were so aware that they sat down and they began looking at one single reality, and it's as if one point in this existentially changing thing just began to be still for a second. And it's that moment when the person stopped talking and suddenly heard all those other people speaking. What that means is, do not make yourself the center of attention, because that self is as temporal as everything else. Just be in your moment. Be aware of yourself as a moment of experience. Because your body is an aspect, and we are looking at something that is confronting all of life. You know? We are in a sense lovers of the unknown, running to see where the greatest technologies lie. And it seems that some technologies lie hidden in regards to treasure, that's outside, and there's maps for. But there's some technologies and treasures that are just within you. They are just you. It's as if it's an activation from a new view of how you see you as simply as the letter U in the universe. What that means is add a trust in both your unknown and known aspects of life, and be comfortable with existing in any moment. Because there never was a reason for too much reason. If we're reasoning too much, that means the problem's not being solved, so we're just going in an infinite prep session, And of course, we are able, because we can acknowledge and confront the incapability that is ourself. And the path of sincerity is where freedom has always found itself. You are a free being. Now appreciate the unspeakable beauty of your being. And the flows of life will guide you beyond any chain. Because who wants to wear a chain around their neck, We want to travel light. We want to, and when I say travel light, it doesn't mean literally you should get rid of, everything you're carrying with you or whatever, It means we are traveling without a curiosity to constantly question every little detail. What that means is, of course, we can think it's academic, and I could question, the number of, try to look at every staircase when I'm going out of the house at the beginning of the morning very slowly, and look at the detail of the dust on each staircase, and get to the bottom. But what would that do aside from make me late for where my experience actually needs to be? We don't want to hide behind ideas. We do not want to feed ourselves theories that do not satisfy the hunger of a multidimensional, transcendental moment of experience. What that means is, if every object you saw was a touch, you saw the observer of the object of observance untouched. So you are finding yourself in the reflection of the pond, and the ripples are settling. And through the emptiness, silence, stillness of the totality of all that you're aware of now, your grace is in how every breath was a gift that was allowed. What that means is, I don't like to, Mr. Within would rather see humanity being aware that it's struggling if it's struggling. What that means is, do you think it's healthy for a species to think of extinction this early? We must discover the intelligence of the exit and entrance, being the doorless ark that carried the symmetry of God home. For every collapse is teaching you of structure. I learn how to build things by also seeing how they are destroyed. Do not fear death. Do not let people create doors you cannot open. Your direct experience is an explorer, and an explorer means that it is up to you to go and see what is new for you. It is your knowing that will guide you. It is your knowing that will drive you. It is your knowing that will become no longer just a mote of dust in a beam. It will become the beam in a way that was even seen by the unseen. For in the temple of existence, respect every being. Where is freedom? Now.